guess the moment is here, right? What's the feeling like right now?
Yeah, it feels amazing to finally be in the UFC. You know what I mean? It's like a dream come true. So I'm very excited for Saturday night.
I guess maybe difficult that you didn't get to make it sooner. I mean, I guess how difficult was it to make that call?
You know, it was very upsetting for me. But um, I got to look at it as a good thing because I feel improved from it and mentally improved from it. So it's just a little setback, but it's God's plan. So everything happens for a reason.
Did you see it that way at the time?
No, I was like depressed basically, but I was able to train around it, do little things. Obviously, I couldn't have done a training camp, but I was able to do little things around it, and it didn't push me back too long. So it's not nothing like major. You know what I mean? So, which I'm quite thankful for because I've been training like 13, 14 years, and I've never really had like a bad serious injury. You know what I mean? So this is my first one. What put me out for a little while, you know what I mean? So really, I got to be thankful for that because I see a lot of guys who are on just the come up and they blow their ACL in the knee and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh man, I feel sorry for them. And the worst thing about that is they're only getting paid about £200 to fight, so at least it's nothing major.
Was it important to you to keep the matchup together, or did that matter at all?
To be fair to me, I didn't really care if it was whoever it was, to be honest, because them all the same. Really, he's an unranked guy, so it didn't really matter. But I like this matchup because I think Allan is the best unranked guy in the division, in my opinion. If you look at him skill wise, he's got good striking, very good jiu jitsu, and I think the fans are very excited for this fight based on his skill set because he's got very good jiu-jitsu, especially off his back. And people know I've got good grappling as well, so the fans are quite excited for this fight.
Well, that's why I wonder. Do you think that's where the fight will take place, or do you guys think Do you think as you play this out, you'll end up banging it out on the feet to avoid that?
Well, I'm a true mixed martial artist. I can fight wherever the fight goes, as I've showed in previous fights before, whether it's striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu on top, jiu-jitsu on my back. I can get back up, I can sweep, I can submit, I can do everything basically. So, you know, I'll fight according to how the fight goes, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can mix it up.
What do you think about the experience gap between the two? I mean, does that make any difference? He doesn't have a ton more experience in the UFC, but he does have a lot more fights. So do you think that plays a factor at all?
Um, Not really. Obviously, this shows what the UFC think of me by putting me in there with a guy who's had 24, 25 pro fights. It shows what the UFC think of me compared to putting me in with a guy like who's like 6-2 or 7-2. And obviously, the UFC have got high expectations for me. Saying that, I've got a lot of experience for a guy who's 8-0, as in, I fought for my first world title in my fourth pro fight versus a former Ultimate Fighter competitor, and I fought on Bellator, won a Cage Warriors world title, and had to go through contender series to get in the UFC. So I feel like I'm very experienced. He's also very experienced, but and he's very tough as well. So I think this makes for a good fight because we're both two tough, durable guys who's fought top opponents with a lot of experience. So I think it's a good fight.
You talked about all the accolades and the things that you've done to get here. So I wonder, I mean, is there pressure on you to do something? You're a guy making his debut, but it seems like there's expectations on you that you got to go in there and do something incredible and amazing. I mean, do you put those expectations on yourself, or is this just about like, let me go get my feet wet and get a win?
Well, I expect to go in there and finish him. But with that being said, I will win at any means necessary. So I will win at any means necessary. But I'm a very exciting fighter. I come forward. I'm aggressive on the ground. I'm aggressive everywhere. So I expect it to be an entertaining fight. But with that being said, I will win at any means necessary.
When you win by any means necessary, is the plan to call out for a shot on the London card, or what's the move moving forward?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm planning on coming out of here fresh as a daisy and fighting in July. But I'm prepared for war, and I'm bloodthirsty and I'm prepared for war. So if it's got to be rough and tough, you know what I mean, then that's how it's got to be. You get me? And then obviously if I come out and we cause damage to each other, then I probably won't be able to fight in July. But I'm hoping to go out there and finish him in the first. I believe I can, but I'm prepared for a war.
Love it. Last thing for me, I guess, what is most important for you in this fight? I mean, is it just to go get your first UFC win, or is it to do something like prove? Because there's a lot of hype around you, and then there's haters as well. Is it to speak to either them, or is it just to get a win for yourself? What's most important here?
Most important is to win. As long as you win, everything's going to keep going forward. You know what I mean? Everyone loves a winner. No one likes a loser at the end of the day. So, all this hype around me, all the people who support me and that, people are fickle. They jump off the train quite quick. So you got to just make sure you win. And winning's the most important thing, and that's exactly what I'm going to do come Saturday night.
Hey, Jake. I just wanted to know how the weight cut's going. Last time out you missed weight, but that was the first time you missed weight in your career. So I was just kind of, how you feeling?
The weight cut's going great. This is actually the lightest I've ever been this far out from a fight. It's the lightest I've been since I was, because I've been fighting at flyweight since I was 18. So obviously back then I used to walk around a bit closer to the weight. But this is the lightest I've been in my last since my Saj Hack fight. This is the lightest I've been this far out. So it's going really well. I think the help of the PI is doing me really good, and also my new nutritionist, Condition Nutrition, is helped me quite a lot keep the weight down. But the thing is I am a big guy for the weight. I walk around quite heavy for the weight, and but with me it's not. I'm not like Paddy Piglet. I don't eat like cakes and that and get heavy. I'm more like muscle mass. I walk, when I'm out of shape, I'm big, muscular. So but I forgot what you said.
Well, now that it's been some time since your Contender Series fight and that weight miss, was there anything going on around that time to make you miss weight? Like, was there, just...
Well, it's not really no excuse, but obviously the fight was on 2 weeks' notice based on the fact that I was supposed to fight on Contenders against Clayton Rodriguez. The fight fell through because of my visa, and then I was told by my management that don't get your hopes up. You're not going to be fighting on Contender Series. I'm not a guy who gets fat, like I said, but. I come out. You can't redline for so long. You know what I mean? I stopped redlining a little bit. My weight went back up quite a bit, and it was. I had to drop quite a lot of weight fast. But I was actually on track to making the weight. It was more of a timing issue. Like I ran out of time. Basically, I would have made the right weight, but I ran out of time. I missed it by a pound, and then it was a shambles really in the back. Basically, someone told me go sit over here, so I went and sat down, and then someone come up to me and was like, "Why are you sitting there for?" And I was like, "Someone told me to sit here." He's like, "No, go cut your weight." So then by the time I went back up to my room, I only had 20 minutes to cut my weight. So I knew I weren't going to make it in 20 minutes. My coaches forced me to get in the sauna for 20 minutes, but I knew I weren't going to make it in 20 minutes. But that's kind of the situation, what kind of happened. But in all, it was a good experience because it was, everything seemed to work out for the best in the end, you know what I mean? And it's like a learning process at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Gotcha. And finally for me, who gave you your nickname?
My old teammate, well, he was my coach at the time, Yannick Bahati. He gave me my nickname when I was a kid. We did a weight session. We was banging weights, and then he was in the mirror "Ah!" And he's like, "White Kong," you know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah," and then it kind of stuck, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Awesome, cool, thank you.